Welcome to yet another live stream. Today I'm going to be drawing for you today. I'm going to be drawing one of the mini characters from Ascending Depths. So I hope I can please you all. Now I'm going to do the outlines first, so like the rough sketch, and then I'm going to go in with pen to go ahead and get all the finer details out of the way. So should be fun. It should be fun. Now, Bionicle, and as I'm drawing, I'm going to be talking a lot about, like, my years, about, like, me when I first got into Bionicle and the events that have transpired. Vid says, so I scrapped my Bionicle storyline to make a new one based on a boxing world. That sounds interesting. I like that. That sounds cool, dude. Sounds very cool. Just had to go through my concept art to figure out what exactly I'll be drawing. By the way, here's some artwork that I did in the past. Let me go ahead and showcase some of the artwork since we are going through old sketches and stuff like that. Just some artwork designs that I did in the past. Even was trying to draw a Tributron at one point. You know, a few other oh yeah, I remember this mask design. I remember that. That was a cool mask design. I might put that. Oh, that could be for Ascending Depths character. Matter of fact, I might actually use that mask. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might actually use that mask for the character that I'm going to be drawing. Yeah. I think I'm going to use that mask. That will work a lot more better. It will look clean. So I'll try to use this design. That's a good idea. Let me see if I have anything else that I missed over the years. Because it's good to look back at your old concept art. This is the time when I tried to make some human characters with little avail, but oh well. Making human characters can be a little bit cringe, let's be honest. Okay. But hey, we try. We try our hardest, man. We try our hardest. There's another drawing that I did in the past. Oh, there's Karzani! Look at that. Karzani. Ah! What a beautiful artwork. My gosh. I remember this. Well, that's the thing. I self-taught myself how to draw. It was only like years later that I actually decided to take an art class. But it was like several years ago. Here's Garunka, a commission that I did. Very beautiful artwork, yet again. But some environmental shots, Kanohi masks. Yeah, let's skip that. Let's skip that. Oh! Concept logos that I did. That was a concept logo. I really like the shading that I did with this one. Shading is one of my favorite things to do. I love to shade. Maybe a little bit too much. Another mask design. Here's another mask. So, there's that. There's this beauty. This was supposed to be a mask of creation that I made. This right here, a mask of creation. I might make it in the future. I might make this in the future, but Fed says 1 maxillary, myself Mach 2 twin heads, 3 engineering drone, 4 Coach Omega machine drone, 5 Coach 9 machine drone. Very interesting. That is awesome. There's someone else's art. Oh, measurements. Nope. Okay. We're going into spoilers. I had to take that away. I'm sorry. I can't show you anymore. I'm sorry. Because I don't want to reveal any designs for Ascending Depths. I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry. Okay? I don't want to reveal too much. Well, don't worry. You're gonna see one of the characters that I drew concept of. Now that I can actually refine the design. Okay. Okay, I got a baseline of the design that I can do. Okay. Woo! Alright, so Lucas says, "Hey, yo, Trek, guess who just got hired by a company partnering with Lego?" Yo, Lucas! Way to go! Did you get the part? Did you get the job? Like, who do you got hired by? I want to know. Yeah, 6-month contract moderating Lego World Builder. Yo, that is awesome. That is awesome, dude. That is very pog indeed. Lego Swap says, "Happy Bionicle Day." Indeed. Udron says, "Life goals." Indeed. Always love it when life goals come together, honestly. I know, that is so awesome on Bionicle Day of all days. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is very awesome. I like that. That's cool. That is very cool. Alright, let me lower this a little bit. Just slightly. There we go. I remember, matter of fact, we're gonna do a portrait. I think portrait will be better. Doing it in portrait. So, when I started, when I first got into Bionicle, you know, I was mainly attracted by, the whole mechanical nature of it. You know, compared to other toys, it was like the main one that, you know, piqued my interest quite a lot. You know, and I wanted to get as much as humanly possible out of it. You know, the first set that I ever got was Bohatu because I thought he was like one of the coolest. Bohatu Mata, back in 2001, was lucky enough to see it in like store shelves and stuff like that. It was a good time to be alive. Let's just put it that way. A good time to be alive indeed. But ever since then, you know, being so attracted to like these character designs and stuff like that, I really want to get more out of it. So I started getting the books. By the time I got the books, it was already like 2002. Though I happened to get some of the books from the first year of when Bionicle came out, and that was very nice to have. Mind you. Very nice. Gonna go for a more dramatic there we go, and do that right there. So when I think like in the early years, since I couldn't exactly play any of the games, so like Monog. I didn't exactly had a computer at the time. Well, I did, but no internet. That was the only problem. Uh, no internet at all. Even though I did have a computer, but like absolutely no internet whatsoever. Before I draw the neck, let me go ahead and actually, ow, draw the torso in the position that I want it to be. If I do not. When drawing like mechanical characters, I like to do the anatomy first. That's like one of the first things that I like to do is start with the head, do the chest, but since it is going to be like a more boxier character, I am going to end up going the more boxy route eventually. I just want to go ahead get the rounder organic. That's the thing. When you're trying to draw something mechanical, you start with an organic first, and then you start going straight into the mechanical. Because if you go straight directly to all the mechanical stuff, proportions may not be right. So then again, when it comes to a bionicle or like in this case ascending depths, the proportions can be whatever you want, but I'm just one of those types of people that just really likes, okay, he's up. Okay, so the head, the torso needs to be up a bit more. Because I want him to look like he's lunging. Not just like posing, but actually lunging. So, the head is at torso is going to be up here. Honestly, I think I had it good. I can lower that a little bit, though. I can lower that a little bit. There we go. Excuse me, my goodness. But yeah, doing the organic part is definitely the most important thing to do when doing a torso, And I like to like make like almost a cylinder almost for the torso because I kind of imagine like the torso like a cylinder, but it has like a point to it where the chest will go. So chest is all the way over here, and then center of the chest will be there. See, you put the cross right there. And this is how I draw. Everybody draws differently, but it's how I draw. And we can have a curve. And the thing is, this curve has to be straight. Because it's all perspective based. So if I want him to be like lunging kind of thing, I have to go ahead and do a up curve over here for the lower waist area. Just like that, basically. And, I try to avoid doing, and then I start going into the legs. Now, the legs, I think I'm going to have that go there, that go there, but that is eventually going to go there. while this stays short. And the reason why I'm going short is because you want to do perspective. You know, perspective is something that I like to do as well. Perspective, you know. And that's going to be the leg, so way dramatic, make that all dramatic. And since the leg is ended up being so big due to the perspective, you know, you can make the anatomy a little bit more prominent since you're getting so close to the details, but I don't want to focus too much on that since I still need it to. Matter of fact, we can angle this a bit more so that the leg bends back a little bit, because I think it will look better if the leg bent back a bit more. There we go. So the character that I'm drawing, his name is Hutu. He comes from the from the main island in Ascending Depths. Interesting. So there we go. And all right, so I think we can trying to figure out what to do with the other leg. That's the thing that I'm trying to figure out, is what to do with the other leg. So I don't want it to go inward, because that will look weird if I do that with the other leg. Maybe straight. I'm gonna go with a more straighter leg, so it looks like as if he's lunging. I think that'll be better. Looking like as if he's lunging and stuff like that, and that will help with the no, that's. I don't want him to have a broken leg. That's not part of the business. All right. So that goes there. And then the knee will end up probably going right there. Not so prominent, a little subdued, but it's there. So it's there for the sake of being there. And then end up doing that. Then we can actually add a foot here. Now, when it comes to the feet, because there's so many angles to consider when it comes to feet, I like to start off with um, making them into a box, um, for like perspective purposes. You know, it helps a lot better. Um, you know, so that you get an idea. Oh, okay, this is how the foot is going to look like and stuff like that. So you don't have to worry too much about perspective because you know exactly how the foot is going to look like, especially at a mechanical perspective. So, yeah, I don't think anything. Maybe see a little bit of the front of the foot, but not much of the front of the foot. And then we could start working on the arm. On the arms, I think instead of reaching forward, I think we're going to go for a more epic approach with the arms swooping back. So I think this guy's going to do a little bit of a Naruto kind of thing. A little bit, not that much. Alright, don't get your hopes up. A little bit of Naruto, but not intensely so. And that also will go. Because I was thinking one arm going forward, but honestly, because the shoulder is like that, I don't think he would. The torso is twisted, so anything the arm is going to be straight. So I can have him have that be straight. Now go back. I go there, and then that goes there. Angle that and widen that out. There we go. And we go ahead and have that go that way. That go that way. And then we can start doing the prototyping for the hands. Now, I'm thinking he's going to have claws. I'm going to go ahead and go with the claw approach, so I'm going to make the outline for that. And then we go from there. So, I think we can have one ligament over here. And then I kind of want to give him like a newer claw, so I'm going to do the outlines for that. And that's going to go a little bit more forward. That one goes there, and then that goes there. There we go. And I'm going to go play some music. So hopefully you guys don't mind me playing some music, just to go ahead and make things a little bit more entertaining. Soon as my computer boops up, I think it'll be fitting. Okay, that needs to change. The perspective of that needs to be a little bit more higher and a little bit more outward. So that goes there, and then... yeah, that's a better perspective. And then we have that go in. There we go. So we got the claw there. We're going to go ahead and have the claw sprawled out on the other hand, just so that we got perspective going on. And yes, the claws are basically connected to the arms. I have a reasoning for that. Don't question it, just accept it. And how is that gonna look? Ah, right. That there. That there, and that there. So that gets a perspective right there for one claw at least. And then for the other three manipulators, which will be out a bit, just that. It goes in a little bit, and then that goes there. Honestly, I don't think that one's gonna be bending in. I don't. Should it be though? It's kind of like a fist. Yeah, I'm gonna have it be bent in. There we go. And then we can have that one just right over there. Minding its own business. There we go. So we got that. Now we can start blocking him up. Make him as blocky as humanly possible. Alright, so that will be, I think that will go there, and then yeah, that will be like that, and then like that, and then that would be like that. This one is more so of a different case. It's twisting back, but it's doing its own thing. And then we can have this one be a little bit more twisted and different orientation. There we go. Alright. Interesting stuff is coming along. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be happy. It's in order. Alright. So, lake there. Goes there. And whoop-de-doo. Big surprise. There's the box. There, and that goes there, and then this one there. There we go. That's good. And then that box goes there. That box goes there, and that goes there. There. And then we can have that be bent a little bit. Not much though, but it's still going the same general direction. There we go. And oh, but Fitz says, Trip, if you're drawing a being with claws on its arms, what is it? It's one of the beings from Ascending Depths. I cannot specify exactly what it is, but it is a species from Ascending Depths. So now I can start with the detailing, which means I no longer need... Actually, wait a minute, I still need that. So I think that will go... Yeah. You'll see once I start detailing it up. You know, right now it doesn't look that much, but that's because I'm doing all the outlining and stuff like that, so I can greeble up this character. Because let me tell you something. Making Bionicle characters, they are anything but simple. They are anything but. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get a darker pencil and actually start doing some detailing. Woo! Detailing, finally, at long last. Alright, so I think started off with, we're going to go ahead and work at the torso. Now, I have an idea here. I think, given the nature of the character, I think I'm going to go for a more jagged approach with this guy. Very intensive, robust. So this will go there. And since it is going to be a... There we go. And this will go in like so. So you can see some of the detail. And that will go in like that. And then that will just billow right in there. So kind of like a Hero Factory chess piece I'm thinking, but I'm going to modify it slightly. It's not going to be exactly the same type of chess piece as we are all familiar with. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So that will then branch off, I feel. Yeah, I'll branch it off over here. Branch that off. go down a bit, which that also has to go down about there. And we can go ahead, add some pistons and stuff like that, and greeble work. So that can go there. Honestly, this is like, it's been a while since I've drawn fully detailed characters, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be definitely one of those things that will be a nice refresher to have. It's definitely a lot more rounded, but I am going to be greebling him up, not to worry. I just want to get that out of the... Wait a minute. No, that's too low. It's not going to be that low. Alright, so... Because again, perspective, very important to focus on your perspectives. Very important. Never forget that. Perspective can be your friend. Alright, so that's going to be there, which means this is going to be curving in a bit and going there, just about. We can erase that segment there. And I might even add a heartstone bit just for dramatic effect. I might. There we go. And there we go. Get that angle just right there. You know, it's coming along. It's coming along slowly but surely. I mean, like I always say, you had to go through the ugly in order to go to the pretty side, you know? Remember, whenever you do art, it's never going to be like perfect the first time. But if you take your time, be patient with it, you know, then you might see some potential there, you know? You might see some potential and you'll be like, hey, I could have done that, and then bazinga, you'll be happy. That is, yeah, that's the right perspective. Okay. Why is that torso? Oh, because it's stretched. It's stretched out. Okay. If it's stretched out, it should be fine. I gotta remember that things curve. At least this torso is curves. I had to remember that. It's not square. Even though I drew it in a square, I ended up drawing something that ain't a square. Does that make any sense? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But it allows for me to get the perspectives and stuff that I needed to. So, that's something that I can adjust easily. So let me go ahead and push that back a little bit. I think right there would be good to go. And I can do that. There we go. That looks a little bit better. That looks a little bit better. Fitz says, I'm getting ready to animate a scene. Good luck. Bioscroll says, perspective is like family. Don't turn your back on it. Exactly. Never let go on perspective. Perspective is very important. Very. And I feel I can do like a hinge design over here, since I am here already. Can draw that there. And not too close, though. I don't want to make it too close. You know, I want it to still make logistical sense that there is, in fact, a... going to be a hinge there, if you know what I mean. There we go. There we go, a hinge there, and then by logic, another one's going to be on the other side, like so. So follow the line, then curve up. There we go. And then I can have some panels filling out, maybe some spikes. I think that would be cool. Oh, I got even better. Yeah, I can do spikes. And then I can do something else with this design because given the aesthetic of the character, I'm first going to go ahead and do something over here. A bit more. There we go. Do some spikes and stuff. Like so. Right there on the shoulder. And then I can do that on the other shoulder. Try to replicate a like almost a thug like aesthetic. That's what I'm trying to aim for. Just a little bit of a thug feel. You know, a little punkish, yes. Can't go wrong with a little bit of punk. There we go. Do a little bit of punk right there. And then we can go ahead, add the spike. Honestly, should he have... I'm trying to think what to do next. And, like, the possibilities are endless. Because this is concept art, basically. This is all concept art. So... Oh, finally, I got the computer running. My goodness, about time. About time. My goodness. My goodness gracious, about freaking time I get that computer running. All right, and then that goes there. Honestly, that is looking good so far. I really like... And I can give him a hood in the back. I can probably give him like almost like a hood almost. Just swooping over in the back. And given like he has the claws and all that, you know, it would definitely work with the look. It definitely would look good for Hutu, given how he is as a character, so yeah, that'll be perfect. That'll be perfect, I feel. Yeah, let's go ahead, swoop that up a bit, like intended. And then curve that until that connects, and then that connects. And we can have that there. I'm trying to think what to do with that segment. Maybe it can have lights? You know what? Having lights might be pretty interesting, you know? I could get behind a pair of lights right there, and it'll be kind of transformer-y. I don't want to look too much like a transformer. What is a common thing in Bionicle that they always like to do? Protrusions. There's always protrusions in Bionicle. That's a number one thing. They always do protrusions all the time. So it can be just another protrusion, some sort. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll do that. I'll make it a protrusion. There I go. Yeah, this guy is going to have a heart light. Rest assured, this guy is going to have a heart light. Don't worry about that. He is most certainly going to have a heart light. Okay, where did I... Oh, yeah, that's how I did it. Okay. I was like, no, how did I do that? Kind of thing. I was freaking out there a second ago. I was freaking out for a second there. I was freaking out. There we go. And we're going to go ahead, do a chassis in the back here. Definitely going to add some holes in the armor, like vents almost. Because that was always a common thing in Bionicle. They always had the vents. And then we can have, given how the neck is structured and how does this... I had to figure out where the spinal, the neck bone, the bone for the neck. I had to draw that out real quick so that I can figure out. Maybe not with this pencil. Maybe not with that pencil. Let me go ahead and figure out where the bone of the neck would be. Oh, right there. All right, and let's fix that mouth up. There we go. Kazi says, Leva? No. Lucas says, Trip, art is nice. Thank you. I'm glad that you think so. I'm glad that you think so. Boneless neck. I gotta love boneless neck. Gotta love it. All right. So that's going to be there, which means we get to add that. Because one thing that I really liked about 2001 in particular was seeing all the gears and stuff like that in the guts of the character. I always loved that. It's a weird interest for mine. It's a very weird interest, but man, I just like it. Okay, that's going too forward. That is going too forward. I had to adjust that. It's going way too forward. It has to be a bit back. Which will make sense, considering how everything is going. There we go. So that will go there. Then that will go right there. I'm going for... let me get an example here. Let me get a template. Alright. See that? You see that right there? That little chest thingy? I love that. I love that in the art. I really like it a lot, so that's what I'm going to be replicating. And we're going to listen to some Bionicle music, guys. We're going to listen to some Bionicle music. It's going to be good. I feel like that's messy. I'm going to have to... I think I had to do it with a lighter pencil. At least for the meantime. For some reason, it's getting a little bit messy, and I don't like that. I do not like that at all, when things get a little bit too messy. In my opinion, at least. I'm not too sure about you, though. If you like things messy, then by all means, go live your messy life, but... I don't want that here. The perspective is off again. Nah. It's the issue of Bionicle. So, you know, it's like you had to be very precise. It's the only issue about it. I'm gonna do mostly the cosmetic stuff. I'm gonna work on the gut later. Because the gut is annoying me to no end. You have no idea how annoying that is actually becoming. So I think I could probably do that there. And that will be there. There we go. That looks good. That looks good. So that can be there. And it can act as like a shell almost for the sake of perspective. And then that will go down that way. And then that will go that way. Which means that ends up over there, and then that ends up over yonder. Okay, actually, no, I had to move that a bit. Ah! Perspective. I think that's going to be a common thing in this video. It's just me trying to get the perspective right. So let me tell you something. Perspective is a pain in the butt. And I hope you all know that because it's true. It is so true. Such a pain. You have no idea how much a pain perspective can be. All right. So I think that can go there. That can go there. I can lower that. Then lower that. Okay, so That could be there. Why isn't that playing? Why aren't you playing? You're supposed to be playing music. Fired! Computer, you're fired. You're supposed to be playing music. Oh. Let me unmute. There we go. Maybe I can now actually play music now. And there we go. So let's go ahead and detail up these crystal spikes. That's going to be something that's going to be fun to do. Come on. Heck. Shoot. There we go. We finally got the Bionicle music going. I might be copyrighted. I might be. But I'm okay with that. This is about Bionicle. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. There we go. There we go. That is looking good. As it's supposed to. And then we can work on the guts later because that's going to have to be precise. There's no way around that. It has to be, like, very precise, so... If I can make it precise, that would be great, but if not, that's fine. You know, I'm not going to be gonna wail over it. There we go. Now I can do the head! So that you guys can actually get some perspective going on. I had to look at the head design again. Had to look at that head design. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, spoilers! Ah. Okay. Should be getting close. Or was that head design? No, that wasn't it. Where was it? Okay, we're getting close. No, not that head. Not that either. Okay, it's a little bit more back than I thought. Where is it? I knew I drew it. I know I did. I know I drew it. Where is it? My gosh. I lost the head design. Why did I lose? Okay. I should be getting close now. Finally! I found it. That head. We're building that head. We're gonna draw it. Because I like that head. So now that I got an idea what it looks like, I got it ingrained in my brain. Have it ingrained. So now I can build it. Okay. And this is what you guys saw in the thumbnail. 1, 2. Ah, there it is. Alright. So let's go ahead, do the outline for the hood. We're gonna have to do that. Because let's be honest here, the hood ain't going to draw itself. It ain't. So there we go, we got that. So now we got a basis for the hood. Which is good. I like that. Now we can draw the head. Yeah, okay. At first I forgot what I had to draw, but now I remember what I had to draw. And then honestly, due to the perspective of the head, top part of the visor is going to be lower. So if anything, it's going to be looking more like that. Yeah, that's a bit more accurate. Okay, I had to fix the other eye. Honestly, making it narrower, it seems like a good idea. Let me make it narrow, the visor. I mean, it's a good idea, making it a little bit more narrow. More subdued. Definitely lent to the whole, like, design aspect of the character. There we go. That's there. And then I believe it was that goes like that over there. No, it goes straight. Perspective. Perspective. I had to keep reminding myself about that. Perspective. Perspective. Gotta respect perspective. It's very important to respect perspective. There we go. And yeah, I kind of like that angle more than the higher angle. So let's lower that a bit. That's too low. Gosh dang it. That is too low. You know, I, you know, even though these are fun to draw, very complicated characters, I have to say, I give mad respects to the comic book artists that did, the, that had to draw these Bionicle-like characters. Because, my goodness, are they complex. Okay, so there we go. So that has potential. So I'm going to go ahead. Draw that. And then we can curve that down. Like so. And that can be very interesting to play around with, or a whole perspective kind of thing. There we go. And let's go ahead and make this visor more like a visor. Got it. All right. So that's going to end up being like that. And then... All right. Nope. Ah. All right. There we go. All right. So that's there. That's there. I'm sorry if I'm very quiet. I'm just drawing. I am so sorry if I am quiet, my fellow compatriots. It's just that when I get focused, I get like very focused. But since I am drawing, I will say this. It's going to take quite a while to actually make comic books for Ascending Depths. That I do know for a fact. Which, by the way, yes, I am going to be doing my own comic books for Ascending Depths. However, it's going to take time, to do all the comic book art and stuff like that. But it's definitely something that I plan on doing. And it is going to take a lot of time. That I can assure you, without a benefit of the doubt, it's going to take some time. For sure. No questions about it. It's going to take some time to do. It is. But it's going to be worth it, I feel. In the long run, it's going to be worth it. But boy, is it going to be a pain. And what color is this pen? I haven't checked what color this is. It's blue. It's not black. I need a black pen. Wait a minute. I got a black pen. This is black, right? This is a black pen. Pretty sure it is. It is. I got a black pen. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and draw this guy some more. And I will say this, I may need a bigger canvas when drawing these types of characters, because Bionicles have a lot of how should I say, a lot of detail, a lot of greeble, lots and lots of greeble. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just that it can be a little tedious. There we go. And then okay, CAD, go ahead, make the now like that. There we go. Whew. Alright. And... there we go. There's that. And then I can go ahead and add the eyes for this particular character. I may or may not give him eyes. I may or may not. But it's an idea for the meantime. It's an idea. No guarantees, however. Now, I'm gonna go ahead, do that. And do that, because we're going to do a piston waist. Bit of piston. Because you can't go wrong with that. You can't. Unless, of course, I do something wrong with the perspective, then it becomes a problem. Alright, so... no, I can't do that either. Alright. Has to be round. Has to be round so I don't look weird. Alright. I kind of want to at least play around with the thought of a torso, a piston that, you know, need a neutral point, which that will be my neutral point right there, and then we can start curving that. After I draw it in, because that's important. And then I start curving that one up like so, and I do the same thing on the other side. Curve it up, and then for the next one I curve it down a bit. There we go. There's that. Got your pistons. I will... oh yeah, he needs some stuff over here. I forgot about that. He kind of needs some coverage. Forgot about that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him some coverage in the sides here before I begin with the pistons. Yeah, because that angle's very high for... I think I'll connect that there. And I can connect that there. Yeah. There we go. That should do it. And then I can then have that like so. There we go. That works. That works perfectly. All right, I gotta do a little bit of pen so you can see the detailings better, because it is getting late. I know that for a fact. So I'm gonna do a little bit with the pen so you get to see the details, and stay tuned as I draw the rest of this thing for next time. But so uh, this character in particular is going to be one of the main protagonists. He's going to be a good guy. He's not Untitled Hero 1, obviously. He's a different character, but he will be working alongside with him in the story. It won't reveal how they meet or what has happened in the world or stuff like that, but there is a great evil that arises, and they have to go ahead and defeat said evil. But it's not cut and dry as that, because there are a lot of sides going on. You know, some more benevolent, others neutrally chaotic. Law systems twisted and corrupted to their own means. You know, there's a lot of sides to this world that isn't as transparent. You know, a lot of smoke and mirrors, I would say. A lot of smoke and mirrors. There we go. That's looking good. And then so there we go. It's looking interesting so far. There we go. Ah. Oh yeah. I really hope that you guys really like the story behind Ascending Depths, because you know, it is going to be quite impactful. And I mean quite impactful. There we go. There we go. There we go. And so there we go. And we can it's not done yet, but I'm just doing so there we go. There's that. Looking good so far. Go. Boom. Looking good so far. I'm really happy with how this is coming about, that is. Go, and there we go. So that is there. There we go. There we go. It's looking good so far. Really happy in how this is coming along in terms of style and design. And the one thing about drawing with ink is that you're supposed to wait for it to dry, but before you like resume and doing other detailing and stuff like that. But you may not have noticed, I'm a bit impatient, so it's alright. I can always touch it up, fix it up if need be. So I'm not too affected by it. In fact, I'm completely okay with it. All right. And that goes there. Boom. All right. Doesn't feel that much like Bionicle. This at least. I mean, it kind of does. It kind of does. I guess it also makes sense given the time and this the time period of which Ascending Depths is in. You know, just a mixing pot of cultures. There's a lot of potential to be had here. Alright, fellow compatriots, I think that's about it for Hutu. I wish I could do more, but it's getting late. But thank you for joining with me. It was fun, especially to draw out this character, at least start off this character. Definitely interesting. Definitely going to take inspiration with this design I have and try to come up with a final version, because after all, this is just concept art. More detailed concept art, that is. But I hope you all enjoyed, and like always, if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe, and if you like this video, leave a like. But happy Bionicle Day to you all, and I hope you have an awesome time. And stay tuned for more Ascending Depths. Go ahead and check out my Discord, where you can hear all the updates about it, or all my social media outlets. Anyways, see you all next time. Bye, guys.